The day before the third Sunday of Advent, Astrid and I made some more Christmas candy. This time we tried a new recipe for the Italian sweet called Panforte. We started by measuring the amount of nuts we needed for the recipe. We used hazelnuts, almonds and pistachios. Then we mixed the nuts with some flour and cinnamon before we heated up some sugar and golden syrup on the stove. When it was melted, we turned off the stove and stirred in some dark baking chocolate. Then we mixed the two mixtures together and placed it in a glass dish lined with parchment paper. We sprinkled it with salt and pressed it down so it would stick. Then we placed it in the oven. After about 30 minutes, we took it out and let it cool down before we cut it into pieces. This candy was super delicious, and I think we need to make some more before Christmas. The next day it was time to decorate the gingerbread house. I made the pieces for the house last weekend, and now we just had to make the tiles for the roof, and then we could begin to assemble it. These Sundays has become the highlight of my week, and I'm looking forward to the next one already. To make the stained glass for the windows, we heated some sugar and water on the stove and poured it into the holes for the windows. I wasn't planning on doing this at first, but Astrid insisted and I'm really happy she did, because it made all the difference. Now the little cabin looks even more inviting and cozy. We made some icing for decorating the house. It's not easy to get the perfect consistency, and we had to remake the mixture many times before we were happy with it. It takes a little concentration and patience for this part of the process. For assembling all the pieces together, we once again heated up some sugar on the stove to use as glue. This part is a little tricky and you have to be quite quick and careful so you don't burn yourself. Here it can be very useful to have a couple of helping hands to assist you with holding all the pieces in place. Then we placed all the tiles on the roof with the icing as glue, and Astrid decorated a couple of Christmas trees and a wreath for hanging on the door. It's lovely to spend these days with my family, and it really puts me in the Christmas mood. Even though we don't have any snow outside at the moment or any decorations inside. Although we are planning to make some decorations of our own next week. And I'll give you a hint. Oranges are included.